In this video, Aubrey, let's talk about the changing seasons here in Utah in spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we definitely have all four seasons. I know some places don't. And it's interesting too, because just between the two of us, there's a pretty big difference. At the beginning of our recording session today, we both looked at the weather, and I'm sure it's different now because it's been a couple hours, but it was 10 degrees here. And was it like 20 degrees where you are?
Right. Right
Hmm.
now it's 24 degrees Fahrenheit right
Hmm.
at the moment. What about there?
15.
Okay. So it's warmed up just a little bit there.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right. So
exactly.
well below freezing.
Hmm.
Let's start with winter, and then we'll go to spring, summer, and fall.
Yeah. So I'm a little further north than you, so we get a little bit more snow. But we still are in a desert climate, though, so we don't get a ton of snow. It's pretty cold in the winter. I did, for my job, I do talk to a lot of people across the United States. And a couple of days ago, I was talking to someone in Florida, and it was 80 degrees.
So where we live, it is quite
Hmm.
cold. I think most people, when they go outside, they wear coats, a hat.
Hmm.
When I go out, I wear gloves and so forth. But
Hmm.
now spring is just around the corner. What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the year. We could get snow all the way into May. Some years are really cold, some years are really warm. I don't care as much about the winter. I do like it when we have cool summers though, because I don't like how hot it gets here.
Right. And you mentioned a really good point because we live in a desert and at a higher altitude,
Mhm,
you have a really variable weather. Like you
mhm,
might have in the spring one day that is, you're wearing a short sleeve shirt, and then the next
mhm.
day, it's snowing.
Exactly.
So the summer can be quite hot. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so it's not as bad as, like, it gets in places like Arizona, where I think this last year there were tires melting on cars because it was so hot. But it definitely gets into, like, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 105. It can get up that high. No fun. Hate it.
Yeah.
But it's not humid, so it's not as bad.
And that's really nice because
Mhm,
for me, as I enjoy running, I don't feel the sweat rolling down my back, things like that. And then that leads us into the fall. What is the fall like?
mhm. Just kind of like how it is with, spring and winter. Fall can be like a carryover of summer for a while, and then once it starts getting cold, like October, then you could start getting snow.
Yeah, and one of the things I really like about the fall is the changing colors of the leaves. I
Yes,
think
because you
these
can
are
see it on the mountains.
very, very beautiful as well. So I really like the state of Utah for the changing seasons. The weather, although somewhat variable, can provide a unique experience for anyone who is traveling in this part of the world.